everybody. Did you know that if you cut meat out of your diet, you're supposed to take like vitamin C so that you don't become anemic because your body isn't absorbing any iron from the plants and the eggs and shit that you're eating? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So hence the on my face. It will make you very tired. Low iron will make you very tired. And it will also make your periods like the elevator scene from The Shining. So if you decide to make a major diet change, there's a reason they tell you to ask your doctor. So, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm here to talk about today is that I got a new phone. Alright, and I got the phone my husband told me to get. He was like, oh yeah, get this blah blah Edge 6 in the title, and it's brand new, and it's so fancy. And it does have like a lot of really fancy features on it, but I don't know how to do basically anything with technology, so how the hell should I know if it's fancy and worth it? But one of the things that I noticed when I was trying to set my alarm... Oh no! It's going off. No, don't do that. One of the things I noticed when I was trying to set my alarm in the new interface, you know, that's different from the old one and stupid because I have to get used to it. And then when I get my next phone, that one will be stupid. This one is only stupid until I figure out how to use it. But I went into the alarm tones that you can pick to wake you up, and they're fucking ridiculous. Like, there are some normal ones, like, you know, like that would wake you up, right? That's loud and it's obnoxious. That would wake you up, okay? But then there are, like, some really weird ones. Like, this one is called Beginning. How the fuck is that supposed to wake you up? Beginning. How is that, like, who's gonna wake up to that gentle sort of piano noise, okay? So, you know what it reminded me of, though, was missing your alarm, getting up late for work, losing your job, Pure Michigan. It sounds like those commercials. It sounds like those, if you haven't heard the Pure Michigan commercials, go look them up, but then go look up the parodies that somebody did, because the Pure Michigan commercials are just fucking ridiculous. It's just like Tim Allen talking gently for like, 40 minutes. And then if you call like any state office, like if you have to call the treasurer or anything like that, they're fucking playing Tim Allen talking about how great Michigan is. Which, I'm glad that he likes Michigan, but the commercials are a snore fest. And that's not going to wake you up. Alright, and then there's like some like bunny hopping chimes, and then we get to like crossing a river. Doesn't this sound like when you get the video for like a vacation? Like, choose an experience at Disney theme parks. Like, I swear to God, that's the music that comes on the Disney thing. Okay, then like, that would wake you up, right? Dance party. Dance party will wake you up. What's up, baby girl? Why are you crying? Huh? Why are you crying? I have a dog, and you have to pay attention to dogs. And then they're going to get into a fight. Because she's a puppy, and then the other one, the beagle, is like an old man. And they don't get along. Because she tries to hump him, like, full time. Alright. So back to my alarm tones. Then you've got, like, day by day. Are you going to wake up to that? This sounds like NPR. Like, seriously, like, next up, we have Diane Reeves. This sounds like freaking DC Talk or some shit when they tried to do a folk album when I was in high school or something. I think that was DC Talk. This sounds like Christian rock. Like, seriously. You expect to hear, like, lift me up, Lord, like, in there, okay? That's not gonna wake me up. It's just gonna make me furious. This one is called Ecliptic. But when I first heard it, I thought it said epileptic. I was like, that isn't what epilepsy pussy sounds like at all. I don't know that it has a sound. Except for the sound of my face beating a fucking back of a wooden chair. Because I had a seizure and I fell forward and there were like 4 people around me and they all tried to grab for me at once, but then they all backed off because they thought the other person had me. I fucking boned my jaw right on the back of this giant wooden chair. So I just personally want to thank, I believe it was Bronwyn Green and Jess Jarman and Chris Norris, and it might have been Jonesy. I can't remember who all was involved in the letting Jen crash to the fucking ground episode. But anyway, that one's not called epileptic. It's called ecliptic. Is that a word, though? And that sounds like... I don't know what that even sounds like. Either like a movie from the 80s when like, you know, like the people get together or something. This is First Light. This is gonna wake you up with Folgers in your cup because it sounds like coffee commercial music. Either that or like 96.5 adult contemporary on The Snooze. Fresh Morning. I like Fresh Morning. It would wake me up because I would think to myself that I was gonna go somewhere like behind the scenes with Mr. Rogers, like when he used to go to like those like he'd like be like, oh, let's go find out what it's like to be, you know, a candy factory worker today, or let's go find out what it's like to be a doctor or a ballerina. Like that was like the kind of music. So I would be like, holy shit, this is great, wake up, Mr. Rogers is here. But it'd also be terrifying because he's dead now. Oh, too soon. Let's see. Then there's Morning Flower. Morning Flower. Morning Flower was the alarm tone that was set on here, and I could not figure out how to turn it off. And last night, because I'm not good with phones, I like threw this phone at Mr. Jen, and I was like, make it so my phone doesn't wake me up like I'm in fucking Ireland. It sounds like there's gonna be like happy little sprites and shit, and they're all gonna be dancing around, and I hate waking up. If I woke up and there was literally a ring of like little leprechauns dancing around, and they're like, "What's your wish, Jenny?" I would be like, "I wish that you would get the fuck out of my house and let me go back to sleep. I wish that you would get my kids up and you would put them on the school bus because they probably ain't gonna fight for you the way they like argue with each other every morning like they're going for the World Series of sibling fights." You know, go wake them up. That's my wish. And let me go back to bed and have freaking, just once in my life, 10 hours. Just 10 hours of uninterrupted sleep. That's all I'm asking. So that one, that enraged me. But Mr. Jen figured out how to fix it. And then there's like Ocean Voyage. That might wake you up. I don't know. Jazz probably would not wake me up. I would probably start having a really awesome dream that I was someplace fancy. And then I wouldn't want to wake up and again, lose my job, pure Michigan. That'll wake you up. I would have no problem with that one. That might actually have been what I woke up to this morning. This music, I swear to God, this is the soundtrack from The Holiday, starring Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet. It sounds just like, it sounds like Imogen Heap is going to start, is it Imogen or Imogene? Anyway, she's going to start singing over that. And it's going to be The Holiday, and there's going to be like Cameron Diaz and Jude Law are going to be like looking at each other and like sobbing and big snotty tears. Also, I don't believe for a second in that movie that Jude Law and Kate Winslet could have been brother and sister because they look nothing alike. Unless they're like half brother and sister, like they have a different mom or something. Maybe then. Okay. Is your toothbrush killing you? The answer might surprise you. Find out this and more on Wake Up America. Prelude is another one of those that Does it? Oh no, I went dark. All is ashes. How's that gonna wake you up? Like, if Mr. Darcy was, like, walking across the field towards me in the sunlight, that's what it would sound like. And then Lizzie Bennett would come out of nowhere and just fucking clock my ass. Get your hands off my man. She seems like a fighter. Oh, okay, a rustling in the trees. Who comes up with these? I want to come up with these names. I want to come up with names like Morning Sunset and shit like that. A rustling in the trees. That sounds like Delilah. Does anybody listen to Delilah? Or like the John Tesh Hour? That's Delilah. Is she still around? Love someone tonight. Oh, well this is actually an actual tone. Oh wait. Today is the day that you're going to do something with your life. When you wake up to this music, this is the day. The time is now. This is another one of those I'm in a romantic comedy with Kate Winslet. Falling in love with somebody like Jack Black because I'm Kate Winslet and we seem to continue to want to fool the world into like thinking that she's warm greetings. Like these all sound like film soundtracks for like commercials or something, but hardly any of them would wake you up. So I don't know who thinks that's a good idea. Like there's an ASMR artist, and her name is Gentle Whispering. Her name is Maria, and I love her so much. But she made a ringtone that was supposed to wake you up in the morning, and she's like, "Good morning," and but her voice is so soothing and gentle. I wouldn't wake up. I would just be like, "Oh, Maria." I'd go back to sleep. I listen to her to go to sleep, not to wake up. I mean, but she's a wonderful person. But yeah, so that is what I'm currently mad about and making YouTube videos about. Iron deficiency, and my dogs fighting, and those stupid-ass alarm tones. I don't know, Verizon, who is writing your alarm tones, or Samsung. I don't know who's in charge of that, but fix that shit immediately. Plus, my old alarm tone, which was actually just the sound of an alarm clock, that is not on here anymore. It's like, it's just like not an option. Like, wake up to some smooth jazz. You don't get to wake up to your alarm anymore, so. Samsung, Verizon, get on it, fix it. If you're not eating meat, take more vitamin C than you are, and, yeah, I guess until next time.